Good evening all. This is Dr. Kritika, your webinar coordinator. I welcome you all on behalf of Sivaraj Homeopathic Medical College and our chairman Dr. Sivaraj Sanjay sir, our MD Madam Dr. Sivaraj Kalpana, our principal Professor Dr. G. Kannan sir. So today is the 10th session of Swara Homeo Gurukul. They are helping us to master the periodic table, and today we are going to see row 5, the silver series. And we have another amazing speaker to explain in detail about the silver series. I introduce our speaker, Dr. Annapurna Jahnavi ma'am. Madam has graduated from Dr. Allu Ramlingaya Government Homeopathic Medical College, Andhra Pradesh, and she is practicing for the past 10 years at Bangalore. Madam has worked as a faculty member in obstetric and gynecology department in Bhagwan Buddha Homeopathic Medical College, Bangalore. And she has completed a course CCAH at Athersong Academy. And Madam is associated with Swara Homeo Gurukul for the past 3 years, and she is always interested to refine her knowledge and do the best to her patients, which comes from her sheer dedication towards the homeopathic system. So we are very happy to have you, ma'am, and we are eager to learn more and more about the row 5. Stage is yours, ma'am. Please welcome.
Thank you, Kirtika ma'am. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Yes.
And so can you let me share my screen? Can you let me share my screen?
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. And participants, this link will exist for 40 minutes only. After that, you can rejoin using the same link. Every 40 minutes, the link will be disconnected. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Before starting the session, let me bow down to my Guru, who nurtured me, who taught me, who guided me in each and every part of my life, in the form of my parents, teachers, family, patients, everywhere. He did not leave my hand. So I bow down to him, and now I'll start my session. So I thank you, Sivaraj Homeopathy Medical College and Research Institute Salem, for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you, sir, Dr. Sivaraj Sanjay sir, the chairman, Sivaraj Kalpana ma'am, the managing director, Professor Dr. G. Kannan sir, the principal, for giving me this opportunity. And I also thank all the dignitaries, the practitioners, the students, the elders, each and everyone who are sparing their valuable time here to learn something new, and will make this evening something fruitful. And
Ma'am,
today,
can we have, ma'am, just a request, ma'am, please make it as a slideshow. The screen is small now.
okay,
Please pop it out. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
And today, my topic is understanding of row 5 of the periodic table. It is also called the silver series. The name is given because of its popular remedy, the argentum or the silver, from the same series. So this is the periodic table. So we are having many sessions since the last few weeks, and the row 5 elements are rubidium, strontium, yttrium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, argentum or the silver, cadmium, indium, stannum or the tin, antimony, tellurium, iodum, and the xenon. These are the remedies from row 5 of the periodic table. So there are many new remedies from this series. This is there are very many well-known remedies from the other rows, like the third row, the fourth row, but these remedies are little new, as the same, like the row is like the venturing out, something new is the issue of this series, the silver series. So first we will take up the issues of the fifth row first, and then we'll go to each individual remedy, the study of each individual remedy, and then finally we'll go with few cases from this series. Okay, let's begin. This row 5, this comes after the row 4. The issues of row 4 are security and task. Security in terms of job, finance, health. These are the issues of row 4, and they need security in all these issues, and they feel they are routinists. The row 4 people are routinists, and when it comes to row 5, they are not routinists. They want to do something new. They want to venture out. Like they need the issues of creativity and performance, the art, the imagination, the ideas. These are all the issues of row 5. So the general themes of the minerals are the task, the performance, and the perfection. And along with that, we can see the central theme of the silver series, which is creativity. Creativity and performance, it is the main theme of this series. They want to create beautiful things and search for inspiration in dreams, fantasies, fairy tales, myths. They are extremely imaginative. Their complaints usually start when they cannot express their creativity. So this is the image which depicts the row 5, series of row 5. The imagination, the creativity, the talent, the ability, the brilliance, the performance. So ideas is a key word for this family, for this row. They like the images, the pictures, ideas produced by the mind to investigate. They like to contribute and enjoy looking for ideological solutions. They are always looking that which is special and which is different. Uniqueness is everything. That is why they hate doing routine jobs such as the housework. Here I have an example. Like I had long back a patient who is from West Bengal. She settled in Bangalore few years back, and she came to me for the complaint of PCOD. She was then 28-year-old, got married 4 years back, and she didn't conceive till then. And she came to me. She told me exactly the same. Like, I don't want to do the routine job what my parents, my cousins, my friends, my circle, everyone they are doing there in Bengal. They go as agricultural laborer. They go as housemates. But I want to do something new. I want to do something which is out of box. She her language is Hindi. She told me, like, I have a pani puri stall nearby. It's very famous. It's unique. The taste which I prepare each and every day, it's different. I don't do the same thing. I don't do the routine thing every day. My stall is the best stall. The words which she used, I gave her palladium and she did really well after this. So be it it is any job or anything, they are not the routinists. They want to do something new. They want to create. That is row 5. So the art, we find the theme of creation, inspiration, admiration, and aesthetics in all sorts of arts, acting, painting, dancing, directing, writing, music, singing, composing, sculpting, etc. Science lecturer, doctor, scientist searches for that which is special and different to test his theories and adopt them. The doctor who practices the art of cure also belongs to this group, like we, the homeopaths. The Ferrum series, that is the row 4, they follow the routines. They are the routinists, but the art of cure belongs to the silver series, where the emphasis is on finding which is different and unique, so that a unique and special solution can be created. They want to get their ideas, images across other people, to show their creations, to perform. They want to show how special and unique this world really is, and how we can find inspiration in everything around us. There is an enormous fear of being flopped and of being let down. Speaking in public or acting in a play will be accompanied by anticipatory fears like example argentum nitricum. We know the remedy in generally, like they have the fear of public speaking. Okay, you can see two reactions in these remedies of this series. They are, one, they like to enjoy other people's company and they like to show off, like for example in palladium, exhilaration, company in, exaltation in company. And the other side, the other reaction is they are very afraid to show themselves, because this is because of the fear, like as the row advances, the talent or the performance, the ability, the capacity increases in row 5. And as the ability, the capacity increases in every row, even the anxiety or the threat of being flopped or being incapacitated also increases as the row advances. Ambition and pride. They are a bit haughty. They love to be admired for their talent and they enjoy showing what they have created. So this can be seen when a patient enters your office or your clinic room. They are very haughty. They have the charm when they enter, the style of dressing, how they wear their dressing code, or how they show off, or the perfumes they use. They want to be something outstanding. They don't want to be routine. They love to be admired for their talent. They enjoy showing what they have created. And here, the action, the sphere of action of these remedies, like all these remedies from row 5, all these elements are good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, so that is the conduction that is done in the human body by nerves, the nervous system. So the function of the nervous system is being alert to take the signals, to receive the information, and to find a solution. Okay, so in these remedies, the sphere of action is the nervous system. So we see the paralysis of the vocal cords, like in argentum, the sternum, etc. These people often have problems with their voice, as we already know from these remedies: argentum metallicum, argentum nitricum, sternum metallicum. The voice is the organ from which we put our ideas into words, to put them across other people. Closely connected in this context is the ear. So the sphere of action of these remedies are this voice and hearing. Yes, there are many other issues, the health issues in these remedies, but the major issues we find, they are the voice and hearing. And these are the professions: artist, painter, sculptor, actor, writer. singer, musician, teacher, scientist, doctor, priest, bishop, secretary, representative, advertising agent, public relations, top sports. These are all the professions we see in row 5 series. So let us have a video which represents the issues of row 5. So anyone in the chat box? So what did you find in this video? Anyone, please, in the chat box? Audience, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So in the chat box, so what did you see in this video? Students? The creativity, right? It's the creativity. It's the performance. Pardon, ma'am?
Perfectionism also. Perfection.
Perception of what?
Perfection, man. Perfect.
Perfection. Okay.
It's arranging properly in the perfection.
Yes. Right. So the creativity, the challenge, what the judges told, the challenge. So in 70 minutes of time, he recreated the chapter of Alice in the Wonderland in his dish. That is his creativity, his performance. So I have to do this. That is his capacity to do something creative for the appreciation. What they finally did, they appreciated what he did. That is the final output for this row 5 series. They want appreciation for this creativity performance. So this is the video which represents the creativity and performance of row 5 series. So hobbies for row 5 series, they are music, singing, art, painting, writing, philosophizing, mysticism, meditation, astrology, palmistry, telepathy, clairvoyance. Okay. And the fear, there are number of fears, like have fear of heights, narrow spaces, performances, and speeches. These are the fears we commonly see in the issues of row 5. And the dreams of heights and falling, we clearly see it in the remedies like argentum nitricum. Why? Because they feel that they are successful. So once they feel successful, they feel that their capability, their fear of losing capability. So that is always in their back of their mind. So there is fear of falling, fear of heights. So these are the issues of rows and columns. So here I would like to speak about from left side of the periodic table, like few remedies. There is lack of capacity to do something new, to do something creative, and to perform. There is lack of capacity, and in the middle, they develop the capacity of performance, creativity, art, and in the middle, they are successful. And again, the right side of the periodic table, in the row 5 series, they have the losing of fear of losing of their capacity, their in the creativity and performance. So let's start with the each individual element from this row 5 series. So the first element from this series is rubidium. The rubidium, it's a soft silver and white metallic element. It is the most electropositive and alkali metal. Its salts are have very few commercial uses. They are used in glass and ceramics and fireworks to give them a purple color. So the understanding of rubidium, it belongs to row 5 and column 1. The main feeling of rubidium is, I lack the capacity of doing something new, creating and performing. They want to do something new, they want to create and perform, but they lack the capacity. They don't know what to do. It is something I don't have the capacity to. That is their main feeling in this rubidium. This is the image. The next element in this series is strontium. The properties of the strontium, it is a soft silver metal which changes into light to dark yellow color when exposed to air. It is used in the manufacture of various paints, glass, rubber, enamel, batteries, and electronic gadgets, and also in the red fireworks. So strontium has few salts. They are strontium carb, strontium nitricum, etc. The understanding of strontium is, it belongs to row 5, column 2. So it can be compared with the other elements in the column 2, like magnesium. Magnesium, it has its row issues, like I want nourishment. I want nourishment. It's like an infant or a baby which needs nourishment. It's in the column 2. And the next element is in the column 2 is calcium. It is from row 4. So row 4, the calcium, it's like a baby which needs protection, which needs security. So the next element in row 5 and column 2 is strontium. That is, they lack the capacity of something new, but they want a guide. It's like the adolescent stage. Adolescent stage, they start learning new things, like riding a car, riding new things, starting a new business, starting their own career. So, but it is the state The state which represents the adolescent state, it is strontium. So the strontium is the stage where they are beginning to learn something new, but feel complete lack of capacity to do so and are much dependent on a backup or a guide. So if there is a guide, I can do something. That is the main feeling. And in the same column next to strontium is row 6. Row 6 is the issue is the responsibility. Okay, and the Beretta, the main feeling is I am incapacitated, and it is like an adult who don't have legs. So I am incapacitated, and I need some guide to take up a responsibility. This is the understanding of column 2, and strontium is from the column 2. The feeling is I have to go out and do something new, learn and be creative and perform, but I need a guide in case of difficulties. They will go ahead, but come back as they can't do things on their own and need somebody's support. Strontium, it represents the age of adolescence, as I told, when one ventures out to do something new, like the career, the car riding, anything, any issues. New tasks like learning a car, starting a profession are anxious moments for them, and they need the encouragement and support of an experienced person during that time. And next element is yttrium. Yttrium, it is a shady type of metal used in heating wires, crystals for television sets and microwave apparatus in the form of yttrium iron granatum, also used in flashlight, jet planes and planes. Yttrium oxide is suitable for making superconductors. So the understanding of yttrium is it belongs to row 5, column 3. It has the main feeling, can I go in something new? Can I go in and do? Can I create? Can I learn? They don't know which way to go. So the feeling of something, they want to do something and they start doing, but whether there is a doubt whether I can do or I cannot do. This is the main feeling of yttrium. Next in the series is zirconium. So zirconium is a lustrous, malleable, ductile and very strong silver gray metal. It is extremely resistant to heat and corrosion. The understanding of zirconium, it belongs to row 5 and column 4. It will start going into something new or to create something new, but they are unsure of their ability. So here the understanding is, so the direction is clear for them. They want to do something new, and the idea is they want to create something and they know the direction. Here they know the direction, but they are unsure whether I am able to do it or not. Unsure of their ability. That is the main understanding of this zirconium. The next in this series is niobium. Niobium, it is a rare, soft, malleable, ductile, gray-white metal used in jet engines and in the atomic industries. The understanding of niobium is it belongs to row 5 and column 5. So niobium alternates doubts about going into something new. They will go ahead and they come back. They don't feel prepared enough as their foundations are not strong. So it is somewhat the next stage of the previous remedy. From column 4, they are unsure, but here they are they have doubt. It is alternating between going ahead and again coming back. This is the understanding of niobium. And next in this series is molybdenum. Molybdenum, this metal is greasy and thus used as a lubricant. It has high melting point, which makes it difficult to mold. Since it is resistant to acids, it is used in alloys of iron and nickel to make cutting instruments and spacecrafts. So the understanding of the molybdenum. So we can see the metal as it is, the high melting point, the difficult to mold, as is the quality of the metal, as is the quality of the understanding of the remedy also. They become more and more strong. They are more creative. The ability and the capacity will increase. So here the understanding is molybdenum has to prove it. It is a challenge to go into something new, to learn, to create, or to perform. There is risk in it, but still they go ahead and do it. So from here, there is no doubt. There is no going back. They have to prove it. It is a challenge for them. They have to create it. There is no backing up. They will take risk, but they will go ahead and they will do it. This is the understanding of molybdenum. So we have less than 1 minute from this session. So everyone, please, the same credentials, you use it for the same meeting ID and password to join to the next session. So the next element in the series, it is technetium. Am I audible, ma'am?
Please slide show, ma'am.
So is it visible, sir, the slide?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So the next element in this series is technetium. The name is derived from the word technical because it is an artificially created element that doesn't exist in natural form. The metal is silver gray, slightly paramagnetic and superconductive. It is used in medical radioactive isotope testing. So the understanding of technetium is it belongs to row 5 and column 7. The main feeling of technetium is I know I can create things, but the question is how much more I can I do? How far can I go in this stage? They are beyond the stage of proving. So the last one, the previous element, the molybdenum, yes, they can do it. They are ready for proving. They are ready for testing. Here, the understanding is, yes, I can create things. I can do it. But how far can I go? And they are beyond the stage of proving. Now it is the time for them to put their skill to test. So for this reason, they complements the constructive criticism, the feedback from others. They are all most welcome for them as they can learn from them and thus improve and refine the things. Here, they take the feedback, they take the criticism, which is constructive criticism from the peer people, not from the guide, not from teachers, not from gurus. They are in strontium car, like they need a guide. Here, they take the feedback from the peer people, from others who are doing the same, from the profession. And what is their main idea? Thus, they can improve, they can refine the skills, they can refine their performance. That is the main idea of this technician. So they need the common themes of technician, the words which is used by the patient. They want to do the teamwork, the constructive criticism. They need the feedback. So this is the technician. They want to do the teamwork so that they can get better. They can improve and they can refine their skills. And next element in this series is ruthenium. Ruthenium, it is a very hard, durable, corrosion resistance and brittle. It is used in nibs for fountain pens and in electrical points. When alloyed with platinum, ruthenium increases its overall hardness. So can you see the hardness of the element? It is increasing, gradually increasing, and even the capability of the remedy, we can see the same. It is progressing, right? Ruthenium metal can be drawn into any shape and it still remains its hardness. So the understanding of ruthenium is it belongs to row 5 and column 8. So in ruthenium, there is perseverance in going into something new or performing. Now there is no more support. They have to do it on their own. What is needed is toughness and endurance. So it can be compared with the ferrum from the row 4. What is ferrum in row 4? What is iron? The chat box. Ferrum, it is used, it is tough. They are tough. The endurance, yes. But in terms of their security, in terms of finance, in terms of their health, everything. Here, the issue is the issues of row 5, the creativity, the performance. But here, it is they need toughness and endurance in performing something new, in creating something new. And there is perseverance. We can see perseverance in the persons of this remedy. And we have a very good case of ruthenium from Dr. Raghavan, like he is my colleague, which I'll present it in the last. And the key words from this column 8 are forced, under pressure, perseverance, resistance, stamina, endurance, determination, strong-minded, toughness, strength, focus. So these are the key words from column 8. So what is this image is about? The toughness, the toughness of that guy. So the next element from this series is rhodium. Rhodium, it is corrosion resistant and is often used as protective coating on other metal. It is also used in electrical points and contacts, airplanes, engine points, and fountain pens. Plated rhodium is exceptionally hard and is used for optical instruments like car reflector headlights. So understanding of this element rhodium, it belongs to row 5 and column 9. The feeling is my creation complete? Is it perfect? What if I don't succeed in doing something new? The person is ready, but there is self-doubt as to what if they make one last mistake. Then they will never reach the top position, will never be appreciated. Rhodium is just one stage before palladium. The palladium is the stage of success. The 10th column. What is 10th column? 10th column is the stage of success. So rhodium is in the 9th column. It is one stage before the success. So here the main feeling is not reaching the top. All the effort is finished. I am going to fail before reaching the top. In rhodium, people have success in sight. They are very close to perfection, need to work on finer details, but they are scared of failure, specifically of making a mistake at the last moment. It is like a player in the badminton series or in the Olympics. One silly last mistake, they will be as they will stand as second. So the one person who reaches top is the stage of success. He is in the 10th column. But one last mistake he does, he will go in the second position. So that is the stage of rhodium here. They have success inside. It is very close, but they need to work on finer details. One last mistake at the last moment, they will be in the second position, not the first position. So this is the image which represents rhodium. Here the person is almost reaching the ladder of success, but he is just one or two steps before the success stage. The next element is palladium. I think many people know about this remedy palladium. It is very lustrous silver metal and it's strongly resistant to corrosion in air. It is used to make surgical instruments because it doesn't rust. Its rigidity makes it useful in crowns and bridges to replace broken teeth. So palladium, it is column 10, is the success, the strategy. Okay, and they want appreciation. These are the images of palladium. Understanding of palladium, it belongs to row 5, column 10. It has the main feeling. I am successful in doing something new, pursuing a creative activity, and appreciated to my novel creation. These people lay great emphasis on what others think about them. Hence, their efforts are directed towards gaining the good opinion of others, failing which they feel insulted, neglected. These aspects are represented by the rubrics. Delusion, appreciated, he is not. Delusion, insulted, he is. Delusion, neglected, he is. Longing for good opinion of others. Love of approbation. So it is the 10th column, stage 10. And according to Anne Cholton, it is the summit, the center, the Lord and Master, the success, the shine, self-evident, self-assured. They are very haughty, balanced, rigidity. The picture of palladium, the essence is successfully showing your work of art, glittered prizes. Success makes them shine and be very self-conscious. They are very conscious about what others are thinking about them. They want appraisals. They want to be appreciated. This is palladium. And we have a good case of palladium. Time permits, like I'll present few cases of ruthenium, palladium and argentum, and also indium. So let's go ahead with this remedy, the well-known remedy, and the series is named after this the silver series because of this well-known metal, that is argentum or the silver. So the properties of argentum, we all know the silver. Pure silver is nearly white, lustrous, malleable, soft and very ductile. It is an excellent conductor of heat and electricity. Even it is better than the copper, but due to its cost, copper is made as a conductor of we use copper for the conduction and all, but this is the excellent conductor of heat and electricity than copper. They are the best performers. We often use the term silver tongue for people who have the ability or exhibit the power of fluent, persuasive speech, eloquent, and also they have the skill to express readily, clearly, effectively. And this speech we call it as silver speech. Understanding of this silver, it belongs to row 5, column 11. It has the feeling, I'll be appreciated if I perform. So in order to be appreciated and maintain this position of success, I must keep up the standard in every creative venture and performance. They are successful. Their performance is tested because they crossed the column 10. So now it is column 11. So their performance is tested. Now their failing is, are you good enough? It is to maintain. There is anxiety about maintaining their position, as any bad performance will bring them down from their successful position. The key word is performance. Like once, if we see an Olympic player or in Wimbledon, anything, like once the person is he got first, he got the gold medal, he doesn't want to go back to the second position, right? So the feeling is maintaining that state, which that success state. They don't want to go back. That is the main feeling of argentum. This is like the cartoon which is depicting the crisis managers, the argentum nitricum people. They are called the crisis managers. So there are the argentum metallicum, the argentum nitricum, argentum sulfuricum. These are many salts are there for argentum. Let's go with the study of argentum nitricum. The main theme of argentum is performance. It's the issue of row 5, and the nitrate part, it is of sudden danger. It's the sudden danger. So both come together in argentum nitricum, whose main theme is performance in sudden danger or crisis. There is a feeling of being neglected and despised if he doesn't perform at the time of crisis. They are called crisis managers. It is very important for them to keep control in a very critical situation and find their way out of the problem. If not done, they feel they are neglected. That is the main theme of argentum nitricum. And it has the rubrics like fear of high places. And fear of high places, it is due to the column issue, because it's column 11. Here they crossed the state of success, so they want to maintain it. So that is the reason they have fear of high places, fear of falling, etc. And fear of narrow places, they are claustrophobic because of the nitrate part. So fear when anticipating an engagement, hurry time to arrive at appointed. Anticipation, fear of failure. So that is urgentum nitricum. And next we have in the series is cadmium. It is a lustrous silver white, ductile, very malleable metal. It is soft enough to be cut with a knife. It is used as a barrier to control nuclear fission. It is also used in telephone and tram cables. It jams the conduction. So understanding of cadmium, it belongs to row 5 and column 12. So the main feeling of this element, this remedy is that their talent, their creativity or performance is constantly threatened. It is next to argentum, so a little more. It's constantly threatened. There, the main feeling is they want to maintain it. In column 11, they want to maintain it. Here, there is the main feeling is constant threat or attacked, and thus they need to be very alert to maintain it so that they don't go to zero. They make constant efforts to maintain it in any way. There are many unsuccessful efforts. So the rubrics in from this cadmium, the dreams of as if the destination she is not reaching her. The dreams looking for someone and failing to find it. Dreams running after someone. Dreams unsuccessful efforts to do various things. So here we saw that the efforts are sometimes they are fruitless efforts, right? So even the rubrics in the dreams, it is the dream, it is representing that she is not reaching her destination. That is the main feeling of cadmium. And next in this series is indium. Indium, its properties, it is used in mirrors, photo effects, and transistors. The understanding of this element, it belongs to row 5 and column 13. The main feeling is my failure as a creative person is imminent. My next efforts or performance could be a complete failure. I have to be very vigilant to prevent or postpone this. So this is the main feeling of column 13. So column 13, indium is like gallium in the row 4. It is like, so what they want to do, they have to be very vigilant to prevent it. So whatever it is remaining, they want to preserve it. That is the main feeling of indium. So here the rubrics are dreams lost forest as in, dreams country foreign in, dreams lost mountains in the, dreams danger escaping from a fruitless efforts of. So the dreams, how the dreams are, the main feeling and the dreams both are looking the same. So there is a fruitless effort of danger. They want to escape from a danger, but that effort is fruitless. The dream as if they are lost in the forest. The same, they have the feeling as if their failure is imminent. The same, it is represented in the dream as they are lost in the forest. And next element in this series is stannum. Stannum is a soft, pliable, silvery white metal. We commonly call it as tin. It is used in the manufacture of tins because it doesn't corrode, and also used as solder for joining pipes or electrical circuits, dental amalgams. So understanding of stannum, it belongs to row 5 and column 14. It has the feeling that their creativity has suffered a big setback and they have failed, leaving them feeling empty, weak, drained. Only the structure exists and there is hardly any function anymore. But they've put forth desperate efforts to bring it back, their creativity. This is the main feeling of Stanham. So their main feeling is structure is already suffered a big setback. They have failed. But there is, they have a small, very small hope, desperate efforts to bring back their creativity. This is the theme of Stanham. Next in this series is antimony. Antimony, it is a semi-metallic chemical element which can exist in two forms. One is metallic form, which is bright and silvery, hard and brittle. The non-metallic form, it's a gray powder. Antimony is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. Pure antimony is used to make certain types of conductor devices, semiconductor devices, such as diodes and infrared detectors. The understanding of antimony, it belongs to row 5, column 15. In antimony, they are losing their ability to perform and are too weak to preserve it. They are unable to perform in the present and become nostalgic about past events and wish that they can happen again. They are nostalgic. They were in the past, they were creative, but now they have the losing ability. So as the column is progressing after the column 10, 11, 12, 13, so we see the capacity, losing capacity or the ability, losing ability to perform something new. We are seeing gradually. So we can see each and every individual column, every individual row, the issues of rows, the issues of columns, which were taken by Hillekar sir, like each and every mineral, all these series, from this series, for the students I'm telling. So taking up the individual remedy from the whole periodic table, taking up an individual remedy, studying it, its rubrics, it is a very strenuous process. So understanding of this periodic table as a common issues of row 5, common issues of columns, and again a little bit it is a very good we can have, and the rubrics, understanding of the rubrics according to the theme, it is a very good understanding. It is a good process where we can see the each and every individual remedy, we can get into it. Even though we don't know, like a few years back, even many people, we were not knowing from our group what is this tellurium, what is this indium, ruthenium. But after understanding each and every column, each and every row and the issues, now it is, the process is little easier for us to understand the remedy. And we have very good cases of even indium from Dr. Srikant sir. I'm going to present it. This is something which is easy process, and this process, it can be taught by the masters, where we can go to Swara Gurukul and all. And the properties of tellurium, it is semi-metallic, crystalline, brittle silver white element. It is used together with selenium and bismuth to make tiny refrigerator units based on the thermoelectric effect. Other uses, radio detectors, silver alloys to make retain shine. It's a disinfectant. It increases electrical and heat conductivity when combined with other metals. Understanding of tellurium. It belongs to row 5 and column 16. In tellurium, they have completely lost their capacity, energy, and ability to go into anything new or to create or to perform. There is no hope of recovery. They give up all efforts and thoughts of performing. So in Patak Materia Medica, we can see this remedy. We can see this for forgetful and neglectful. So the main feeling is they have completely lost their capacity and energy. The next in this series is iodum. Iodum, it's a non-metallic, dark gray, purple black, lustrous, solid element. It is the most electropositive halogen and least reactive halogens, even if it can still form compounds with many elements. So we know many salts like kali iode, calcarea iode, there are many salts. So due to this property, it can form compounds with many elements. So the understanding of iodum, it belongs to row 5 and column 17. The main feeling is completely alone and unguarded in a new situation. The new situation is dangerous for them and they can be suddenly threatened, betrayed, concerned, or stabbed in the back. They cannot depend on anybody. The feeling is exactly opposite of strontium. What is the feeling of strontium? So they want to create something new and they want a guide or a backup. This is the feeling of strontium. Here, the feeling is just opposite. The situation is dangerous and they can be betrayed by the back and they cannot depend on anybody due to this feeling. They feel that the person who is supposed to show or guide them, she is not there and has turned against them. They have to survive in a dangerous situation or in a foreign country. It is perceived as the dangerous situation. They have to live in a dangerous situation or a foreign country independently. This is the main feeling of iodum. It is a violence in a strange and new place. Net connection no? We slide avutledu. Next slide avutledu. Escape. Escape కూడా avutledu.
Ma'am, just do end screen or stop share to PPT.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. There is some connectivity issues. I'll be back, ma'am. I'll just few minutes. Sorry for this. Few minutes. Once again, screen sharing. Hello. Hello. Ma'am, now is it visible? My screen,
Hello.
is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible. It is visible.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The next element in this series is xenon. So the properties are, it is a colorless, heavy, odorless noble gas. It was the first noble gas compound synthesized. This was used in light emitting devices called xenon flash lamps. The understanding of xenon, it belongs to row 5 and column 18. On one hand, the feeling is I am content with my ability to face new situation. The opposite feeling is when needed, there was no guide. So they have to develop the ability to face the new within themselves and to feel complete within the self without somebody providing guidance. So this is the main understanding of column 18. This is the last element in this series. So let us go with the cases next. And then finally, we have question and answer session. Okay. So I think I can share my case within 3 minutes. It's a case of migraine. My case, 2 years back, I think I took this case, maybe 1.5 years back. She is 23-year-old female IT professional. At a very young age, she is manager in her company, and she has the chief complaint of migraine. So headache started in 2015 when I was in 12th standard. I used to get headache once in 3 to 4 months. It started increasing from 2017, used allopathy, but not much relief. Pain usually starts near the neck, spreads all over, more concentrated around forehead, throbbing type of pain. Sometimes it goes away within 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes it will be there for a week. Nausea when pain is more, cannot look at bright light. I try to keep myself in dark room and cover my eyes, relief by massaging eyes. I drink hot water, but none of them really helped. So the issues with my sleep, moved to Bangalore 1 year back for my job. Sleep disturbed since then. Headache started in 12th standard. I thought it is because of my hectic schedule of my study, preparing for an entrance exam. Nowadays, no stress. Even then, I have headache. I'm eating good. Lot of stress in college for study, extracurricular activities, etc. Lot of burden. I asked her, what is the stress? What is that stress? Lot of burden in respect to study, exams, to do well till 2017. I feel disappointed. I feel sad when I studied well and didn't do well in academics. I'm scared about not to do well in life. I have to do something good, doing good. Always I was good academically. My marks were constantly good and wanted to keep that. Doesn't want to go down, wanted to keep up. Good job, good salary, comfortable life, and a very good reputation in my field. That is what her main feeling is. She wanted a very good reputation. It's not the routine thing. She wanted a very good reputation. Even her job at her age, it is more than that what she is doing. She likes drawing, pencil sketching. She started Bharatanatyam at the age of 6. Also, she loves reading good books and all. Her main feeling is she did well, but she doesn't want to go down. That is her main feeling. So she has fear, anxiety before exams, interviews, heights, crowded places. Like, what if it goes wrong? And she loves the cold climate and all. With these issues, I prescribed argentum nitricum 200. So with these issues, I gave her argentum nitricum 200. I gave her argentum nitricum 200. She improved very well. The next month, she got only 1 or 2 attacks. That the next month after we gave argentum nitricum 200, and her sleep issues got rectified. And after 2 or 3 months, no attacks till now. She is in follow-up with me. There are no migraine headaches till now. The next case, it is a case of dust allergy. It's a case of Dr. Raghavan. He shared it with me. I want to share this case. It's a very well taken case. This is a male patient, 24-year-old, dust allergy, sneezes, a nasal discharge, itching in nostrils. If severe, there is redness of eyes, lacrimation. Dust allergy since childhood, sneezes and nose block on exposure to dust. Aggravation more in winter and also at night. Gets different smells sometimes. I'm not able to concentrate due to this allergy, due to which there is irritation, anger, not able to think, loses temperament, short temper as impulse, but immediately subsides. But at that time, at that moment, cannot tolerate noise and TV sounds. Felt tensed as I couldn't get marks and secured NIT rank. Expected top 10 in NIT. Felt tensed whether I will get or not. So the next question he asked, what may happen if you get? Can do a good job, good future. Job which I like. I'll be happy, satisfied, mentally free. Have to get rank, move forward, searching for solutions. It's great. There he gave a hand gesture, raising the hand. If we do work which we like, this sentence I like the most, which I read from Steve Jobs' book in my intermediate. I like the technology. Any electronics since childhood, used to play with motors. I get happiness, satisfaction in terms of job, productivity, like hardware. So I selected electronics. What is the interest in it? Can learn more. What more can be achieved? What to do? Create by my own. How to create new by myself, by my own knowledge. So the next question is what we get. So if we do this, we can move to another level, self-upgrade can achieve. So what is the meaning of this? Solving hardest challenge, solving problems. What is hardest challenge? We are here. He was showing a level, the hand gesture. And next level, we can learn more adaptivity. We will become tough. We will take more stress. We get patience. We will keep moving ahead. So the next question he asked, tough, moving ahead, surpass your limits one step. For that stage, it is hardest. We crossed it. We will become more tough. Increase our adaptivity. In simple words, upgrading ourselves, the best version. Whole life is learning something. Software and hardware by my own. Want to do small project of my own without a team. Then only we can learn our mistakes. We can explore. It is a self-learning. Then I can excel myself. The next question is, what do you get? They will prize. We can upgrade ourselves, breaking the challenge of present and preparing for the next challenge. The person who inspired you. So the next question he asked, he is Steve Jobs. So what inspired you in him? The technology, the revolutionary products, the iPhone, the iPad. What inspired you in that? Creating new, improving, which is existing. Improving, which is existing. Then our life will change. Gets fame, not limiting to the existing one. So with this understanding, here we have all the understanding and the theme of ruthenium. So he gave 1 dose of ruthenium, and after maybe of 3-4 months, again only 1 dose he repeated. The follow-up is very good. The dust allergy, the sneezes and all reduced, and even the irritation which he gets, that also reduced. This is a very good case of ruthenium. And the next case I'm going to present is Dr. Srikanth sir's case. So I got this case. I want to, so that we can help. This case is of very help in understanding the row 5 issues. So it's a case of 58-year-old male patient. He is painter by profession. So the chief complaint of him, like it's pain in calf muscles, drawing type of pain in the knees, and numbness also, which increased after taking allopathy. So then he approached Dr. Srikanth sir. So he is diabetic and hypertensive using allopathy. So what is bothering you? That was the question he asked. Tensions are more. Painting, contractor works don't come regularly. They don't come regularly. The loss is more for me. Earning is enough only for maintenance. Competitive work is more. The contract will go to another person. Workers will take money, but they will not attend the work. My tension starts at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. These days, I reduced my staff and work as I'm not able to take tension. I'm searching alliances for my daughter. I have spent more than 70K only for searching alliance. She didn't like anyone till now. My wife got depressed and taking treatment in some mental hospital. My contracts are getting less day by day since few months. This is worrying me much more. I used to scold my staff. Now I stopped as I think world is like this. Number of thoughts. What to do next? Things about the next contract. I get the scoldings for the mistakes which were done by my staff. I am getting older and older and my body is getting weaker. Used to go for cycling for more than 5 kilometers a day. I became like this. How I became like this? The fear whether I may get paralysis stroke. I was known to be a very creative person as a very good painter in this district. Now I am losing my reputation in my performance. It is better to stop this profession and start a pawn shop. So this is the understanding of the row 13, right? So there is losing of the capacity, losing of the reputation. So with this understanding, he gave indium 200 and that person, he improved very well. His pains and calf muscles, knee joint pains, everything like they came down. And his worries are very less after this remedy. His that feeling of reputation going up, the reputation is going down and all. He is now not much worried. He's stable now. So that is the case of Indian. So these are the cases. I want to show you one more video. Is it audible, ma'am?
Can't even see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, లేదంట. Screen sharing. Now, can you see this, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. But
Thank
no
you.
sound.
No audio.
But no sound.
No audio.
Can't hear, ma'am.
I think you have to start the computer audio.
It's full, sir.
Ma'am, when you are playing this video, na, there is option above, video setting.
Stop sharing. So, any idea about this video? Even this is, these people are creative, right? But it is in a cunning way, right? So don't think that each and every creative person who is doing creativity performance belongs to row 5 and belongs to the mineral kingdom. So in this video, what he did a cunning way. In a cunning way, he did like he created some stone as a football. He is a doctor by profession, and he placed those footballs here and there in his area. And so that the next day in his clinic, there are many patients who kick that football, and there are many patients. So he created many ways to get his clinic full. So this we can consider it as the survival. It's an animal creativity, right? So the persons we have to differentiate how they are in our case taking while telling, like, is it in a structural way, the mineral issues, or it is in a survival way, the animal issues, or it is in a sensitivity and reactive way, the plant issues. So this person, he did it in a cunning way to get his clinic, his patients full. So there are many other remedies from another kingdoms who are very creative, like the snake remedies. The snake remedies, they are very creative, very creative. It's just to seduce other people. They find the creative ways to mesmerize the crowd. So that is a snake understanding in creativity. So even there are insect remedies where the spider remedies, they have creativity and all. This is just to attract the opposite sex. That is an insect way of creativity. And even in plant remedies, we have creativity, like the rubiaceae. They are very creative, they are imaginative, they are extremely their ideas, techniques and all. But it belongs to the rubiaceae and the plant understanding, where it is more of thoughts and all. Again, the opposite state is dullness. That is the creativity of rubiaceae. So we need to find out what is this creativity behind this person. What is the theme behind? What is the patient talking? Like how he is behaving, how he is talking, in which way? Is it a plant understanding? Is it a mineral understanding? Or is it a survival understanding? That we need to differentiate. So this can be done in Swara Gurukul workshops, where sir will hold our hand. He will take us to each and every doubt he clears, each and every, even if it is a silly mistake, he tells us, like, yes, you can do it. The next time you do it like this. That is the way he encourages us. So the Swara workshop, they are going to conduct it in December from 23rd till 29th. It's in Konkan. So everyone who want to really register, they can register it for the next workshop. It is going to happen in December. And one more announcement I want to tell you, like all these series, like this is the 10th one of the out of 12 series. So the newcomers who want to really find out what is in the mineral kingdom, what are the issues, they can go to YouTube channel Swara Homeo Gurukul. Each and every session is uploaded there. They can go and they can find out the video, and they can watch that video. So any question and answers? Any questions?
Ma'am, there are questions in chat box.
I didn't understand this question, ma'am, from Dr. Smita to Can someone be natramur in? What is this question? Next question.
Can someone be Natramur in personal life and Palladium in professional life? That is her question, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't understand. So how can that how can it happen? Like we need to take the entire case, the entire understanding of the person who is sitting in front of you. So it cannot be something in the personal life, something in the professional life. So when we take the case step by step, we get if it is a mineral understanding, gradually the row, the column, and all, then we can differentiate whether it is natramur or palladium. It can be one, it cannot be two in one life. It will be the remedy will be the same. It is for the person, it is not for the life, or it is not different in two different situations. It is the same remedy in each and every when we take the case, and if we take two different situations, it will be the same understanding. It will be the same understanding everywhere in the case. Then our case is a good case. Sorry for this. Differentiate has same feeling, but has a self-doubt about his performance and ability creativity. Needs no support and more time and confidence with endurance. Okay, Dr. Vinaya. So there is a little difference. Rhodium is column 9 and ruthenium is column 8. Ruthenium, they want to be very tough, endurance and all. And the feeling of rhodium is just they are one step behind the success, and any small silly mistake, they cannot reach the stage of success. That is the fine differentiation between the rhodium and ruthenium. The workshops online as well. The workshops are not online. So the workshop is near Konkan. You can go there. You can feel a very good atmosphere over there. You can enjoy the workshop for one week. And yes, there are few sessions because of this COVID situation. Sir is taking a few online sessions, but the workshop we have to go there.
Yeah, currently also some webinars are conducting by Swara Gurukul. So those details will be shared through Divya ma'am for this college also.
Divya ma'am and Priyanka ma'am, like you can contact them. So they will give you all the details of this workshop. Any other doubts, please? Any other doubts?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, if one patient wants to be independent, but there is no any issue of creativity or performance, then how it can be taken? Just for the sake of helping hand to her husband, she wants to do something on her own. She wants to be independent. She wants to means she has her idea, but there is no any issue of creativity like that. So how it can be taken? Means row 5 or row 6 is somewhat confusion regarding this.
It's a good question, but the case taking has to be done in a step-by-step manner. All the issues has to be taken one by one, one by one. It's not just one word, one sentence want to be independent. It may be an insect remedy, it may be a mineral remedy, maybe from any kingdom it may be. It's not only the issue of independency, it's an umbrella word. It's not only an issue of mineral remedy, a mineral kingdom. So once the fully taken case is half cured. So please take the case completely and you probe it in such a way that you get in 2 or 3 areas, then you confirm the remedy. Then we are sure about it and the results will be very good.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Means we have to explore more this independency. In what way she wants to be.
Right. Very good. Yes. What is independence?
Can I add something, ma'am? Ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Then yeah. Should understand what's independence for her, ma'am. If you clearly saw that idea in the case that was sprouted so strongly, then we have to understand what's independence for her. That will give you the idea about into which kingdom you do.
Okay, sir. Means what is independence for her? Like that, sir?
Right, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, ma'am.
No, but she mentioned it's to prove her capacity to her husband.
To prove her capacity?
To her husband in this case.
Okay, in this case. Okay. So what it gives her? To why she wants to prove? What is behind it? That thought.
To prove her capacity, right?
In what way? Capacity is not just the word of mineral kingdom, no?
Ma'am, actually I asked her, but she said that I want to just be a helping hand for my husband for running the house, and because she lives in rented house and she wants to make her own house, so just to sake of like helping hand to her husband, she wants to and that's what yes, ma'am.
Why she wants to do that? What is the reason behind it?
Ma'am, actually she has many responsibilities. The kids are growing. She wants to make house and all these things. Means behind that she is having a lot of responsibility of family, like kids.
So one more issue, one more word, responsibility. It is the issue of row 6.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I confused between row 5 and row 6.
Okay.
And she's having the main problem of hair loss after COVID. Hair fall after COVID. This is the main symptom.
Ma'am, excuse me. I think it's better you to take Jahnavi ma'am's mail ID or number so that she may help in that case. Because it's in a short time, you cannot give the entire idea about the case, and as well as ma'am also cannot explain in this short period of time. So better ask her mail ID or call or her phone number. You can take them and you can contact her. She will definitely help. I know her personally, so she will definitely help you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. The success.
Your mail ID, please.
I'll give you, ma'am.
Jahnavi ma'am, please type in the chat box so that any of the useful participants will take that mail ID and will mail to you whatever questions further they had.
That is my mail ID, ma'am. Please do contact me. I'll help you. And there is one more question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Success is the theme of the 10th column. How does the pathology develops in the 10th column? It is when they cannot succeed. For example, in palladium, it's the lack of appreciation. Does it mean they succeed, but they are still not happy? It's a success is a state. So they perceive the situation as I am successful. But even if the person is successful and if she doesn't get appreciation, she is stuck in that stage. That is where when they develop pathology. So even if you succeed, but you are stuck in the stage that I have succeeded. But even if someone doesn't appreciate or if someone doesn't care for them, they perceive the situation like that. Then they start developing the pathology. And thank you, Shekhar sir, and thank you entire Swara team for making our dream successful as a homeopath. And we learned a lot from you, sir. And because of you, we are here, like as a good homeopath, as a true aspirant of homeopath, always like needs a good guide like you, sir. It's because of you. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, Srikant sir, for encouraging me to do this. And he gave me a case to present here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sivaraj Homeopathy Medical College. And thank you, Kirtiga ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Another wonderful session, such an in-depth explanation of Silver series. You know, the way you explained, which made us to understand better, and that's what created a lot of questions. Because we were explaining nook and corner, and then we started comparing with other rows, and we were asking questions. And you have such a patience in answering all the questions and making us, clarified. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. We wish to hear more from you. Meet you in some other occasion in another platform. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thanks to all the participants. So, as madam said, we have 2 more sessions by Swara. So please stay connected. We'll be sharing the webinar flyer soon. It will be on Monday and Thursday of next week. Thank you. Thank you all.